Hello and welcome to our next video tutorial. Today we're looking at column addition with missing values where there's going to be exchanging as well. So if you want to, you can pause the video, have a look at the problems, have a go at them, and then obviously press play and you'll see how I use my reasoning to answer these problems. So if you want to, you can pause now. Right. So I'm going to look at this problem first. So I've got 318 add something equals 600 something and 5. So the way that I would start to think about these problems is, as always with column addition, column subtraction, I'd start in the lowest value column. So in this case it's going to be our ones column. So I've got an 8 here and a 5 here. And because this value here is less than the 8, I think something's going to have to happen here because I can't add something to 8 and get 5. So that makes me think that this is going to be 8 add something equals 15. Now, when I teach, I normally teach people to show the value that they think is going to be carried or exchanged in the calculation. So 8 add something equals 15. Now, by writing this in, it makes it really clear and helps you with your reasoning and problem solving. So 8 add something, well, I can rewrite the order of this as 15 take away 8 equals 7. That's using the inverse rule. So I've used the inverse rule there to find out our first missing value, which is 7. Moving on to the next column, to the tens column, I've got one set of 10 and 6 tens. Now, most people's initial reaction is to write 7 sets of 10 or 70 into this missing value box. That's very often the case if you don't start in your ones column. Now, we know, because we've done our ones column when we've seen that there's a set of 10 here, that this is not going to be 7 tens, because we've got one set of 10 here, 6 sets of 10, 7 tens, and then this set of 10 as well to add, which means we have got 8 sets of 10 or 80. So we can now move on to our last column. Now this is probably the simplest of them all. 3 sets of 100 add some sets of 100 equals 6 sets of 100. So again, we can rewrite that as 600 take away 300 equals 300. So that's going to be a 3. Again, I've used the inverse rule because that started off as 300 add something equaled 600. I've used the inverse rule there to find that missing value. Now, if you want to, you can pause the video there and have a go at this second problem. So 6 something and 600 something and 2 add something 7 tens and something equals 907. So if you want to pause, you can pause there and have a go. But I'll go through how I would reason with this one now. So again, I've got 2 and 7 starting in the ones column. So what do I add to 2 to get to 7? Well, in this case, it would be 5. There's no exchange in here. This value here is larger than the value I've got up here. So because it's larger, there's not an exchange. It's when the value is smaller than is already in the column that you're going to work out there's going to be an exchange. So now I'm going to look at this column. Now, at the moment, it's something add 7 equals 0. Now that doesn't make any sense. unless this was a minus. Now it can't be a minus, so, or a negative number. So I'm going to have to think about this. So I think in this case again, this isn't going to be 0 sets of 10. I think it's going to be 10 sets of 10 or 100. Now if I put that into there, this suddenly makes a lot more sense. So again, using the inverse, 10 sets of 10, take away 7 sets of 10 equals 3 sets of 10. So that is going to be 3 sets of 10. Now remember, if you write this in, this valued in, this exchanged or carried value in, it's going to make it really clear, because again, the temptation here is to ignore this value and just write in 300 here. Now it's not 300 because we've got 600 and we've also got this 100 here. So we've got 700. So what do I add to 700 to get to 900 is 200. So you can see really clearly by showing the value that is carried or exchanged that it makes the problem solving much easier. Now hopefully you're going to be quite confident having a go at these yourself. Thank you very much.